Former number 1 overall pick. Guy who, by his second season, had 28 touchdowns to 18 interceptions. Not setting the world on fire, but with a big arm for a 9-7 team. A lot of people were thinking, hey, can Jameis, take that next step, become an MVP caliber player the next season? No, that didn't happen. No, Jameis Winston, Stephen A., Jameis Winston, not that long ago, we were asking the question, should he be paid at the top of the market for a long-term deal and be the face of the Bucs franchise? The answer was a resounding no, and now he's fighting for a starting job on a really good team, but against a guy, and I love Taysom Hill. Taysom Hill is an excellent running back. He's a good receiver, and he can play quarterback. But a lot of people think of him as a glorified gadget player. I think that's a bit unfair, but still, certainly, he's 30 years old. He's had a lot of time to get a job at quarterback. It hasn't happened yet, right? So he's not a great quarterback. He can play the position. And that's who Jameis Winston is in a death battle for the starting position. Of course, this says more about how Jameis Winston has fallen.
Okay. I think it says more about how Taysom Hill has fallen. Here's why. Let me explain. He's 30 years of age. All of that stuff is true. But damn, he was behind Drew Brees. We understood why he wasn't playing. When Drew Brees went down, Sean Payton decided not to put in Jameis Winston. He decided to put in Taysom Hill as a starter. Taysom Hill in those 4 starts went 3-1. He completed 72% of his passes. On the season, he was the 3rd leading rusher for the team with 457 yards rushing behind Alvin Kamara and Latavius Murray. When you take all of those things into consideration, once upon a time, we were talking about this brother as the heir apparent. We looked at him and we said, whoa, look at him. He's got some wheels on him. He can throw the football. He seems to be talented. I'm saying, why are we sitting there talking about Jameis Winston? What about Taysom Hill? What the hell is going on with him? Why is it that Sean Payton can't make a decision about you when you were the guy that started 4 games last year once Drew Brees went down? What has happened? I think that's a legitimate question, and I don't think we should be throwing shade on Jameis Winston. I think we should be looking at Taysom Hill and saying, what's missing, bro? What's missing?
Well, it was an outside-the-box thought that Sean Payton had. And, Stephen A., you remember Super Bowl week, we were doing shows, and where were we doing shows? I'm trying to remember. Was this 2 years ago? I guess it was in Miami.
At the Clevelander.
That's right.
That was fun.
At the Clevelander. That's exactly right. It was.
When life was still normal.
And Sean Payton, I was saying, I asked him, really? The stuff you're saying on TV, really? And he had what's in it for him to convince us off camera that, Taysom Hill, I think, is Drew Brees' heir apparent.
So what happened?
But that was an outside-the-box kind of thought. Wait, Taysom Hill, a 28-year-old running back receiver guy,
you're making
my point. A gadget player, is going to be quarterback? In other words, for Taysom Hill not to grab that job and have a stranglehold on it is understandable.
Max.
It was a reach to think he was going to be a franchise quarterback.
No,
but the number 1 overall draft
It was
pick,
a reach for you.
Not for you?
Sean Payton, the head coach of the New Orleans Saints, wasn't just last year when we were hanging out in South Beach. When he joined us when we were out there and he came on the show, he was talking about Taysom Hill.
Yeah.
So what I'm saying to you is, wait a minute now. You were talking, this is pre-COVID. He was talking about Taysom Hill being the heir apparent to Drew Brees before he started in 4 games last year. Then he started in the 4 games. You go 3-1. How the hell we go from there to Taysom Hill having a problem beating out Jameis Winston?
That was against Teddy Bridgewater, who was going to get too expensive. They were going to have to lose him. Jameis wasn't available yet.
Forget Teddy Bridgewater. I'm talking about what he said. I'm talking about what Payton said to us. I'm saying your points are valid in terms of what you asked Payton. But when Payton spoke to you, he might have been a gadget guy to you. He wasn't that way to Sean Payton. Sean Payton was raving about him. So what the hell happened?
What the hell happened is he's a decent quarterback who maybe they can do better. What happened to Jameis, who's supposed to be great?
So he wasn't what Sean Payton said. Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming, sports, and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.